Karina in the jungle and Grok in the XP lane, but this is Bigetron Alpha's chance to pick up the 1-1, but they don't go for the 1-1. They instead go for the Barats here, so I'm still really confused on who's going where. It is Bottle with the Hilda. No, all right, they swapped last second. Hilda going to the XP lane here on the hands of Repo, if I'm not mistaken, but I might be. We're gonna have to see what happens, all right? We're gonna have to see what happens first. I really don't know where these players are gonna go with these picks.
Yes, I think like Matilda will with Barats. Barats is gonna go into the jungle. Like we already usually see this kind of composition here. With Matilda, just with the guiding wind. So
Okay,
yeah,
Hilda as the roamer then,
Hilda will go for the roamer.
which is not as great as what we think. Like Hilda in the jungle or maybe the XP lane is gonna be better rather than the one it's going put there. But it's Repo the one that using Hilda, so it means that it's gonna
XP
go
laner.
for the XP laner, which gonna leave the Paquito as the
gold lane. Matt
gold lane.
is on the gold lane. Paquito, all right. Well, a very unique draft from both of the teams, but we're going to drive straight in to game number 1. Ladies and gentlemen, Aurafire and Bigetron Alpha. Godiva on his signature pick and Bartle as well. This is a battle in the mid lane. Whoever wins this mid lane battle will most probably have control in this early stage.
Yeah, but yeah, we already knew how powerful Godiva is with this Kadita. So let's
Because
see.
he's got Dita.
Godita, yeah.
Godiva.
That's the nickname we... Oh my god, Max. That was balls of steel right there. He didn't use a retribution. He might go for the contest onto the Little Wanderer now. High gonna get chunked there. Sand Queen Claws will be able to connect as well with the bad impact, but it is gonna be High picking it up with the retribution. Little Wanderer picked up Fluffy. Already pressuring Max in the jungle, but he might just be zoned away here by Repo's damage. That's a lot of damage actually. Fluffy forced to flicker out.
Yeah, with the Art of Hunts coming from that Repo, this is gonna giving a lot of damage, especially with the high-end dry red there. But Matt here with the Kabuki on the lane, with the shotgun mode coming from Kabuki, it's gonna be easier for Kabuki to give some harassment. But we know that actually with the jab, knockout strike, or maybe later on with the heavy left punch, it's just gonna be very huge damage given from Matt towards that Kabuki. We know that marksman against fighter is not gonna be very, very good in the early stage, even though that the movement is just gonna be very faster from that Matt with the Paquito.
Yeah, I mean, so far, it is still Bigetron Alpha playing it relatively safe. Both teams actually playing it relatively safe, as they don't really want to go for any crazy fights before the turtle spawns. Neutral objective number 1 is going to pop up in the top side. Max now might just go for the Deathless Welcome, but Fluffy will be able to walk out of that one as Repo goes in for the damage onto him. Yeah, both teams just disengaging, but Bigetron Alpha have pressure for this turtle.
I think, what we can here see, High is jumping to the front, but the Deathless Welcome is taking High on the head of Max. But what will happen towards High here? Still running away, but the first blood is already taken by that Hilda. On the other hand, we are seeing Godiva still trying to run away after using the Ocean Oddity here. One good kill coming from Bigetron Alpha here.
Oh wow, that was a very good trade for the side of Bigetron Alpha, as they were able to take this turtle for free with a kill onto Fluffy and High as well. Getting chain CC by the Deathless Welcome, Amwala.
Yeah, I mean like Aurafire, they're just going unprepared there. They do not expect that there is 4 members from Bigetron Alpha already clumped up and take the winning there. So there you go, Aurafire. Even though like they are just losing one team fight, but it is still not in the the gap is just not that huge.
Absolutely, but Matt once again goes in. Godiva actually will be able to steal that gold buff away with the Ocean Oddity here, as both teams once again are playing passive in this early stage. They really do just want to wait for that power spike hit, but it's going to be the Circling Eagle onto Facehugger in the turret. High going in for the re-engage all the way there, but Max is right there as well to help him out of that situation. Both teams, again, disengaging.
Yeah, I think that Bigetron Alpha really wants to play over the pick-off kind of situation. Then they really want to try to winning over their lanes. Well, for Aurafire, I think after this movement, they really need to play earlier. We know that actually Angela is just gonna be very good after getting like level 4 and with the puppet string. But we are seeing in the top lane, the Watchers is already being opened along with the barrier, but the Art of Hunting didn't able to take Fluffy down. Even he's the one that being taken from Team Aurafire towards Bigetron Alpha.
All right, a very nice movement as well. That is what being aimed by Aurafire. at the opening, but they failed. But right now they engage it really well. And Bigetron Alpha, they are just trying to take another objective because they have Barrett here with the max. So with the Demon Slayer emblem for both of these jungler.
The Demon Slayer emblem for both of these junglers, and again, it's a 1-for-1 in the kill board. This is a very low kill game for MPL ID. We usually see a lot of action in the first few minutes, but in this game, both teams are actually choosing the very passive route onto this. Godiva, once again, trying to get a pick onto Key, but he reads that play really well, and both teams are just trying to open up this turtle right now. But let's see, Aura Fire already first onto the turtle. They're starting it up. Bigetron Alpha doesn't really look like they're in a position to go for the steal, but Max wants to go in. It's going to be the Retribution actually popping. That's going to be the damage coming in from the backside. Max going to be bursted down with Let's Welcome. Not able to pop Key now. Caught in the bad situation as High jumps in for the backside. Matt trying to cover for him as the bad impact will land, but both teams again just backing up. That was a 1-for-0, but a turtle as well for Aura Fire.
That's what they're supposed to do since the early game. Like Aura Fire need to stick together, try to punish Bigetron Alpha because their heroes are more into the pick-off hero, while for them, it's a like team fight. And when they do it, they get the advantage, even though they only got 1 kill when they're supposed to get 2. But at least the Karina get the snowballing for the early game, which is going to let them to the better thing. Because we see that actually the gap of the gold is not too much, but being held by Aura Fire so far. Which gonna lead them to good things, just like what we are expecting from the draft coming from Aura Fire, because their draft more into the early game. Later on for the late game, I don't think that they are able to punish Bigetron Alpha.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. Right now, both of the teams, they're really taking it slow. Wow, like 5 minutes in, and both teams only standing at a 3-kill game.
From Bigetron Alpha, they're just going for the 3-man's, going for the roam here with the mid lane, with the roamer, and also with the jungler here. And let's take a look at the item for Repo with the Heptasis Mat, with the Heptasis. Meanwhile, Aura Fire, they have high. So this Karina here just using the defense item, Molten Essence, and also with the Guardian Helm. So it's gonna take a very long time to beat high down. But I think with the Detona's Welcome from Max, it should be used against high.
This is a very slow tempo game. This is what Bigetron Alpha usually likes to do here in the Land of Dawn. And on the Sicilian, I'm going to have to say this actually works really well. Fluffy going for the wild charge, but Max is instantly here to look for something back, as they might just go for the full rotation onto the top side. Fluffy puts up the wall high now, trying to go for the gold buff. Will be able to take it with the Retribution, but now he's actually jumping onto Max. That's going to be damage coming from Godiva as well. He goes in for the rough ways, but the Deathless Welcome will be able to connect onto high, and that's the kite back from Bigetron Alpha. Just moving back with a bad impact, dealing the damage, and moving, keeping on moving. That's the name of the game for BTR. Keep on distracting their opponents as they want to take these objectives.
I'm kind of scared with the movement coming from Repo. You know what? He's going directly for the Blade of Despair. He already have the Legends one, if I'm not mistaken. Look at the damage that is given to Fluffy. It's like with the power of Wilders, but we will see who will get this turtle. Yes, Aura Fire is still able to secure it, but Bigetron Alpha almost like trying to steal that one from Aura Fire. It's just gonna be a very risky movement that they've done so far.
Yeah, from Bigetron Alpha, they have the Detona's Welcome, so they could just try to pick this high out. Meanwhile, yes, the one that should be main concern for Aura Fire right now is how much damage can Repo do right now.
Yeah.
With the BOD, it's gonna be a painful damage by him. And already there is some rotation being done by Bigetron Alpha.
Especially if later on it's a solo kill. It's high and dry. Moba have to seize plus Blade of Despair later. It's gonna dealing a lot of damage along with that new patch coming from Power of Wildness.
Alright, and look at this one, right? The jungler is just circling around with the mid laner and also with the roamer. So I think like Bigetron Alpha, they really like to play with this scenario.
But Bigetron Alpha losing in terms of the objective turret. Like right now, Aura Fire just giving the pressure. They're putting everyone away from Bigetron Alpha while taking the advantage. But in the top lane, we're seeing that actually Ripple is the one that's being shut down by the hands of Kabuki along with that Godiva.
Yeah, once again, the pick composition from Aura Fire are just, is just working out at this point of the game. But it is going to be key. Looking for Circling Eagle onto Godiva right now as Max is right there to look for the Deathless Welcome. Going to be able to get it, but in the bottom side, it's going to be Matt picked up off the board. The stun connects, and that's going to be Max picking up a trade. A 1-for-1, but like you said, Vela, 2 turtles taken up by Aura. 2 turrets as well.
Yeah, and right now, Bigetron Alpha is just like following every single movement that Aura of Fire tried to do. And the Grok in the bottom lane is gonna clear another wave and gonna let the wave to go to directly to the turrets of Bigetron Alpha. The management, you see how good they are to manage all of the waves, to manage all of the movement even from Bigetron Alpha. They let them to come to Aura of Fire while giving the chance for Hai to farm away.
I think that we are seeing Reaper is already done the Malefic Roar.
Oh.
The damage will be huge. And also like Bigetron Alpha, they try to get this game. The longer it goes, the more comfortable they are. They have Battle, they have Sicilian.
Yeah, I do agree with that one. But for longer game, I think like Bigetron Alpha have the upper hand. That's why Aura Fire needs to make some move, but Matt here with the chap going for that high, but High still able to go back. He's still very tanky with the Sky Guardian helmet as well, like the heal. It's just like a fountain for him.
Yeah, especially with the jungler from Aura Fire. It is Karina, so it's kind of like a short range damage. So it's gonna be the advantage for Max here. Max do not have to make the engagement. He's the one who is waiting for the opening.
Yeah, you're right. For the Detona's welcome to become on his hand, right? But now Fluffy with the power of nature trying to go away, but the Detona's welcome to Mobile Legends. We are seeing that actually Rock is the one that being taken by Bigetron Alpha by 5 members of them. But Godiva going for the Rock Waves here, going to the front, keeps high with the protection coming from Facehugger, but Wolves can see that actually they are not dealing enough damage to take them down. Repo is low, but still able to go back a little bit while the rest of Team Aura Fire, I think, gonna try to go for objective 1.
Absolutely, that was a really good fight from the side of Aura Fire, but like you said, this is the Sicilian, this is Bottle scaling already here in the 10th minute. He almost just one-shots Kabuki, and this just shows how much power this Sicilian has in the mid-stage of the game, especially that late stage. BTR, they got the pick, but they're still behind on that pressure.
Yeah. But it is still on the anybody's game here right now, because from Aura, if they want to make a team fight, they should commit it more. They can't back off if they already jump into the backlaner of Bigetron Alpha.
You're right, with the like 3 members that is having a like really melee hero, which is gonna give a lot of advantage for Bigetron Alpha with that Barracks. But look at that one, High is still trying to go away, but who will take the Lord? The Lord is still taken by Aura Fire. Well, we see that actually Reaper has been taken on the hand of that High, killing 3, even taking 1, and also the Detona's welcome back is the one that's being kicked off back, and double kill for that High. Are they gonna aim for the third one? We're seeing High jumping in the middle of Key here, but Key is still able to survive and not letting anyone take him down as well.
Wow, a clinical play here for the side of BTR, but Aura Fire, they're way cleaner in that team fight. They were able to just play it so well, and Kadita, Godiva, Godita. He got the knock up onto 3 members, and that just sealed the deal.
Okay, let's see about the item right now. Anti-Cuirass for High, and so there is the Athena shield. So I think like he's already tanky enough. Meanwhile, from the Barrett itself, only Radiant Armor, Blade Armor, and also Athena shield. I think that with the magic damage from Aura Fire, they still take the lead in terms of getting the high burst damage, but BTR, they will count in on Battle.
Reaper's gonna be targeted here. High jumps in under the turret, but it's gonna be Deathless welcome now. Pop by Max going for the stun, and he will be able to get it, but the wall will actually limit the movement from Max. He's gonna be caught in the bad situation. The little, yeah, that's gonna be the guiding wing actually helping him out, but man, these fights are so long and they don't really lose a lot of members. It's only 10 kills on the board right now in 12 minutes.
Yeah, so right now we are seeing the combination, right? The synergy between Angela and also with Karina here.
Yeah.
The Detona's welcome just can't shut down Karina really well, and that makes when the Detona's welcome already done, Karina will deal a ton of damage after he's coming out from the stomach of the rats.
You know what? They only aim at Ripple. If you guys notice, like Ripple has been taken again and again, but we are seeing that here, Matilda is the one that's being taken down from Bigetron Alpha. He's down, and also the turret in the bottom lane here. Inner turret is gone. Look at that one, 6 turret on the hand of Aura Fire here. What will happen here for Matt that is trying to dodge all of the damage given by Bigetron? What will you do? They're gonna lose another member for this war.
Yeah, way too aggressive there from Matt. He was trying to look for a trade and into that mid lane, but unfortunately he wasn't able to get it. Not enough resources to take it down, and Aura of Fire just collapse on him. An 5.8k gold lead now in the 13th minute of the game for the side of Aura of Fire. Bigetron Alpha, at this point, they're just waiting for a moment inside of their base with their high ground.
Yeah, and this is the one that Aura of Fire want to do. They pick up one, they will start to do the team fight. Meanwhile, Bigetron Alpha, they rely more on battle right now. And even though like the game will go into the longer game like this one, I think like Aura of Fire, if they take this second Lord, they could just take all of the base started from Bigetron Alpha.
But the scaling coming from Sicilian is gonna be so scary. Here, the later the game, it's gonna be greater for them. But look at that one, Rockwave is already being open max with the Detonants welcome, trying to pick off one member, but high with that burst damage, able to take one or even two, because Matt is trying to run away, jumping to the back, but still able to survive in the middle of the base right here. And Aura of Fire, even taking one is already a very good enough because they're not going with a lot of resource and no one's taken down.
Yeah, that's why the combination Angela with this Karina is
so crazy.
Yeah, looking so scary as well because look at how much damage that Karina can take.
They can execute on these team fights really, really well with the engage, and yeah, they can literally execute them as well. But Godiva gets caught there. It is going to be the Ocean Oddity and the Rough Waves to take him out. And Aura, they use that as a distraction to pick up the Enhanced Lord here in the 15th minute of the game. It doesn't even seem like Bigetron Alpha can contest at this point. This Enhanced Lord will most probably take like 2 base turrets here, and Aura Fire might just be able to end off of that.
Yeah, whoa. The power of nature to give me a ton of damage. 2.6k damage. And the item from high here, that is the Winter Truncheon. I really like the Winter Truncheon. So the Detona's welcome will be negated by that item.
Well, it is going to be the battle here. Bottle gets caught, and that's going to be him saved by the guy to win. Godiva pops the conceal, looking for the backside now as he goes on to Max, but it is going to be Deton's welcome, canceling it out. The Enhanced Lord is marching down the base. High is zoning these members away as Matt goes in for the micromanage onto the mid lane. It is going to be the Renner shot onto the turret, trying to chunk it low. Key tries to save it, but is not going to be able to get it. High jumping into the backside, but that is a lot of tanky members. I don't think you want to do that. Matt goes back to the base, regens to full HP, and this is the battle of the defense right now. Matt jumping in, going for the knockout strike, unable to connect, and he gets bursted down by the side of Aura Fire. High trying to do the same thing, but it's going to be the bad impact, dealing so much damage as Fluffy stops the momentum by going for the wild charge. Fluffy will be taken down. There is that to be Bottle. Free hitting in the backside. He flickers forward, he flickers backwards there, but Max will be melted down. Kabuki picks up the kill, and Bottle needs to clear this wave. It is a disaster for BTR. They've lost 3 members for the price of 0. Bottle has been able to chunk the members low, but they haven't been able to execute on anyone. Immortality is going to be popped there as High jumping into the backside, trying to deal the damage as, wait a minute, High is looking for the damage onto the base, but it is a mistake. Bottle now goes in for the bad impact, but the Rough Waves will be able to save Godita out of this fight. 3 base turrets, and that is a very low base.
I think like it's the discipline that needs to be fixed from Aura of Fire. They know that how long that High already received a lot of damage coming from the base, and they're still going for it. I know that they want to end the game earlier, but they're giving the chance since it's a shutdown for High with 6-0-5 before. So it's a lot of gold to be given towards Bigetron Alpha, and might be a chance for Bottle because Bottle is not being shut down here. Still a way for them to try to win this game for Bigetron Alpha.
I think if Aura Fire, they are just focusing on getting the base, that they're gonna take the first game. But focusing more on the heroes.
Yeah, I think
Bigetron,
it is also.
yeah, Bigetron Alpha. They still have the chance. They still have the Sicilian. So I think it's gonna be like a contest of the 3rd Lord or maybe the Evolve Lord, because this is gonna be a very, very hard Lord to be get by Bigetron Alpha.
But we see that actually Bigetron Alpha already have like immortals on some of them, and it's not being taken before from the previous war nearby the base. And if the Bigetron Alpha's position is good, to have the vision, to have the barrier, to open the ambush, and also have the chance to pick off the members of Aura Fire, it's going to be very bad decision if they're choosing for that one.
Oh no, Bottle, he's going to use the Purifier. Rough Waves is right there to save him, but Bottle gets chunked really low. Fluffy now caught in a bad situation, but he might be able to get out of this with a wild charge. That is going to be Repo stunned up, but Bigetron Alpha still managing to get out of this one. Max incredibly tanky, and both teams are going to look for the pressure on to the Evolved Lord here in the 18th minute of the game.
Aura Fire's advantage is all of the base turret from Bigetron Alpha is already been taken by them. So it's easier to manage the wave for Team Aura of Fire. Well, for Bigetron Alpha, they really need to take control of that one. But we see the Lord who will take the Lord for this one. Is it going to be Bigetron Alpha or Aura of Fire? We are seeing that actually. The Lord is already being taken by Bigetron Alpha. And 2 members now begin to be taken on the head of High.
Yeah, Bottle is dealing so much damage to that back line. Kabuki gets taken down. Matt is actually able to recall out of this, but no! Fluffy cancels it with the wall. Matt still able to dash away right now, but it's going to be Facehugger stopping him from doing that. He picks up the kill as well. It is a 2-for-1 trade, but BTR, they managed to get the Evolve Lord to survive a little bit longer. As long as BTR are able to play the front to back, it seems like they're going to be able to win the game.
Yeah, they're going to be good. Especially for now, they have this Evolve Lord. They will buy a lot of time as well. Because Aura of Fire, they need to clear first this Lord. And Bigetron Alpha, they have time. They have time for Sicilian, for the battle to take another stacks of the item, of his skill.
The thing is, like, Evolve World, if Evolve Lord need have someone to help them to take someone, but he here, still receiving too much damage. While for Hilda, Repo is stealing one turret in the top lane.
Good trades on the board for BTR. They've actually been able to kind of somewhat equalize the gold here. It was an 8k gold lead for the side of Aura of Fire, but because BTR were able to get favorable trades for the past 2-3 minutes, they're actually putting it down back to just a 3.8k.
It might be a comeback from this moment.
Yeah,
after they're still in the Lord.
I like the item from Fluffy here. He's buying Berserker Fury.
Oh,
more critical perhaps for this Grok. Yeah.
Because he was making like 5 Legion Sword as well. So he already done with the Breath of Despair, with the Malefic Roar. Now he's making over the Berserker's Fury. It's just like upgrading all of the Legion Sword on his hand right now. So it's gonna deal a lot of damage along with the critical coming from this Berserker's Fury. We are even seeing right now Matt is already making the Rose Gold Meteor for extra safety with the shield below 30%.
I have a feeling we might just be in for the longest game in MPL ID here. Sanguine Claw is going to connect, but it's going to be the snipe actually on to Bottle here. Still able to get away. It's good. Even pops to conceal. He's going to he has to be careful here. Petrify connects. Bottle's immortality will be popped here, but it is going to be him still surviving. Fluffy gets him, and Max was taken down in the mid lane. Kabuki picks up the kill, and then Miru's Bastion will be popped to clear the waves. A 2-for-0 trade without Bottle. What are you supposed to do? Bigetron Alpha will not be able to defend this. They don't have any high ground, but maybe they will. Matt jumps in the backside, gonna be able to get the kill onto Kabuki right now. As Matt goes in from the strike onto High, bringing him back to the base. Key gets taken low, but Matt is still able to micromanage these waves. Key jumping back in with a guiding wind. High gonna be able to jump in to take that immortality, but Matt doing a great job at zoning these members away. Fluffy goes in for wild charge. Matt flickers forward, goes into Facehugger. Knockout strike won't be able to connect. High still able to deal the damage, but it's gonna be Key jumping in as well, and a 3-for-2 trade. Somehow BTR are still managing to survive in this fight. High jumps in once again to the backside. Key still able to tank all of that damage. The base is going to be target for Aura of Fire, but the minions, will it be cleared out? There's one minion that hasn't been cleared! Bigetron made a mistake and Aura of Fire capitalized a 1-0 lead for Aura.
That is so crazy. Like, how long is the battle? We need it. We see that actually High is trying to, like, going back and just trying to control all of the movement, but Fluffy with that barrier, with that wall charge, with the power of nature, is stealing to immortality, and after that High is just jumping in to execute and finalize the kills that they need in this first game. And the focus to get over the base.
And you know like what's saving Aura of Fire there?
What?
The Retribution.
Yeah.
Yes, the Retribution, the last one that pick up the minion. The last minion for BTR. So yeah, they're just closing it, and what a crazy back and forth fight there. Nearly like we saw Aura of Fire, they nearly win the fight early.
Yeah.
Right? If they're focusing more on the base, maybe they could take the game really fast as well. But no, they are bringing the game into the late game, which is in favor of BTR. But I really like the targeting from Aura. They saw that Bottle is just all alone. Let's just dive in and pick off this battle.